Colored eyes and pure white hair, Douma was seen as a supernatural being since birth and is groomed into the religious leader of the Paradise Faith cult, a position he maintains to the present day. When he was still a child, his mother had a mental breakdown and stabbed his father to death for having numerous affairs with other female cult disciples. She committed suicide immediately afterwards by poisoning herself to death. However, despite these series of grueling events happening right in front of him, Douma only felt annoyed by the bloody mess created in the aftermath and was disgusted by the pungent smell of blood. He simply wanted to air out the room before the stench permanently stuck to the furniture. At 20 years old, he met Muzan Kibutsuji, who transformed him into a demon. At some point, Douma became the upper rank 6 of the 12 Kazuki. During that time, while he was roaming around the entertainment district and feasting off the flesh of the geishas and other young maidens, he stumbled across the siblings Gyutaro and Daki, who were both at death's door. Gyutaro had been stabbed in the back and was slowly bleeding to death, while his sister, Daki, had been burned to the point of being unrecognizable. Being a nice guy, Douma offered to turn the pair into demons and save them, proceeding to give them his blood to initiate their transformation. He challenges them to become powerful enough to be recognized by that man, and become an upper rank in the 12 Kazuki. At some point, Douma became upper rank 2, surpassing upper rank 3 Akaza, despite becoming a demon more recently than him. 15 years prior to the present, Douma had a brief history with Inosuke Hashibira. His mother, Kotoha Hashibira, escaped from her abusive household with his father and found refuge in the Paradise Faith cult. Although Douma considered Kotoha stupid, her beauty and singing talent convinced Douma not to consume her and simply let her live her life. However, she discovered he is devouring other followers and fled from the temple with Inosuke in her arms. Before she could be killed, she dropped Inosuke off a cliff into a river in hopes he would survive. Douma shortly caught up with them and proceeded to swiftly kill her and mock Inosuke for his fate, before eating Kotoha to the very bones. A few years before the present, he encountered and fought Kanae Kocho. He mortally wounded her, but was forced to retreat from the rising sun before he could devour her. At the gathering of the upper ranks, Douma questions Akaza's lack of concern for him, placing a hand on his colleague's shoulder. He expresses his worry for his comrade's safety, before engaging Gyoko in small talk about his spots and the one that he had been given. An irritated Akaza tells Douma to move his hand, punching him when he didn't immediately comply. Regenerating the damage almost instantly, Douma compliments his fellow upper rank, wondering if he had gotten stronger since their last meeting. Soon after, Muzan arrived, and upper rank 2 listened as his leader reported Gyotaro's death. Douma apologizes, being the one who has introduced him to the 12 Kazuki. He claims responsibility for his failure and eagerly wonders what kind of punishment Muzan would inflict on him, but is instead told that nothing is expected of him. The eccentric Douma questions this, but Muzan pointed out the continued existence of the Ubuyashiki family, and the failure to find the blue spider lily causes Douma to concede that he isn't the best at detective work. He later approached Gyoko, eager to accompany him on his new mission, but had the top half of his head destroyed by Akaza for not following their leader's orders. Douma swiftly regenerates from this and attempts to placate Kokushibo, who had cut off Akaza's hand for disrupting the hierarchy. Hearing that it hadn't been for his benefit, Douma noted that Kokushibo's suggestion that Akaza should apply for a bloody battle would be a waste of time, given their difference in strength, and that he hadn't dodged Akaza's blow on purpose. He then cheerfully bid Kokushibo goodbye, again attempting to engage Akaza in conversation, and once more tried to join Gyoko and Hantengu on their mission, failing on both accounts. He attempts to flirt with Nakime, only to be rejected and transported back to his master room in the Paradise Faith cult.